Hi, welcome back to Happy Life, Better Life. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, to comment, to share. Thank you for doing those things. I really appreciate it. We're going to continue our series on starting over after divorce in your 40s and 50s, okay? So today our topic is reinventing the wheel. Reinventing the wheel. So one of the things that you have to know is that you should be open. You should be open. We talked about perception because you do have to change your perception from seeing this as the worst time to the best time. From seeing it as an ending to seeing it as a beginning, because that's what it is. It's a new beginning for you. So one of the things that I tried to do was to be open. To be open. For me, I had led a pretty much sheltered life. I got married when I was 19, and I was married up until I was in my 40s, about 44 or so, 45. And one of the things that I realized is that first I had to get reacquainted with who I was. And I had to reinvent who I was because I was no longer my husband's wife. My children, they were all like pretty much grown. So I had to find another way to identify myself other than just being my children's mother. And I had to figure out who Tasha was again. And one of the things that I realized is that I had a love for writing and I had a love for poetry. And so when I went back to college and I was in my 40s, I pretty much kind of just got involved. I made new friends, and I also submitted some writing to the student anthology project, and I entered a writing contest for poetry, and I won second place. And I cannot tell you how proud I was of winning second place and getting my $50 that I won for second place. First place was $100, but I was very, very happy with my $50 Amazon card. Let me tell you, that was like magic. It was like an affirmation that I could actually write, and so it was something that I continued to do. The other thing was I realized that my experiences in my circle of people was so limited. You have to be willing to kind of step out of your box. You know, you have this clean slate that you're starting with, and you can paint it any color that you want. So you want to just make sure you don't waste the paint. That's what I always say. Don't waste the paint. Do something that you really feel passionate about and that you really love. Some of the things that I did was I went to two concerts. These were two different types of concerts. One was a country concert, and the other one was a rock concert. And I got to say, these were new experiences for me. For one, up until that point, my circle of music pretty much either it was basically gospel or jazz or R&B, something like that. So these were sort of out of my box, but the people, the environment that I was in, this is what was going on. And so I said, well, hey, I'm going to try it. So I really, really did enjoy that country concert. I always remember kind of laughing at how much plaid was in the place. It was like a sea of plaid, all different colors, but it was a sea of plaid. And I was just amazed, and I don't know why that tickled me so, but it did. I was wearing black. I had on like a black leather pants, a black leather jacket, and then I had like a black shirt on that had some beading on the top, and my black leather boots. So I was just all, black. But I will say it was a good time. It was definitely a good time. And also at the rock concert, it was a famous band. I cannot remember their name right now, but the group was featured in the movie I Love You Man. And I had a friend that I was seeing at that time, and we went to go see that concert, and it was awesome. It was awesome. There were so many people, and so many of these people were just like diehard fans, and some of them were bringing their children and grandchildren to see this band because they were on their final tour, and it was an amazing time. I've also ridden on a four-wheeler. I've had bonfires. I've done a bunch of cool stuff. I went to the Apollo Theater with my brother, and it was just something that happened off the cuff. My brother called me probably about 9 o'clock in the evening, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to go to Showtime at the Apollo? April can't go, and we've got 2 tickets, so why don't you just come?" And I was like, "Oh, it's on." And I jumped out of bed, got myself ready, packed a bag, and we were on the road by 11 and made it to Jersey, and then stayed in Jersey for a couple hours, and then went on our way to New York. And we had the best time, the best time. I laughed so much, and it was, we were with a group of people, a family, and listen, sometimes things may happen, an opportunity may come up, and it may be completely unplanned for, unscripted. Sometimes you got to just say yes to those moments. Sometimes the best moments were moments that were unplanned. It was something that it was just an opportunity, and you took advantage of the opportunity. So look for opportunities and take advantage of those opportunities, and open yourself up to new experiences. Don't get stuck in a box. Don't feel like it has to be what it always was. You can be something and do something completely different. So today I just want to tell you, reinvent the wheel. You don't have to do the same things the same way. When I talked about getting my first place, and one of the things that I did when I started decorating was I realized it's just me now. So I don't have to be gender neutral anymore. I don't have to stick to the tans and the grays and all that kind of stuff. And I bought some hot pink curtains, but they were very pretty. So in your mind, you may imagine some kind of tacky hot pink thing. No, this was sort of like a satin, and it was beautiful. And I had cream and taupe curtains paired with this. And I had cream furniture, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And every time I would look at those pink curtains, I would remember, you know what? This is you. You get to do this. You've got this clean slate, and you can paint it any color that you want. And that's what I'm telling you to do. So I began to look for things like that really pretty cream sofa with all the curves and stuff on the back. I couldn't have gotten that before because it would have been too feminine. It would have been too feminine. I couldn't have gotten those shell back chairs, white chairs that were in front of my windows, because they were too feminine. But at this point in time, I didn't have to care. I didn't have to care. I could go for what I wanted. So for you, think about ways of, getting reacquainted with who you are, but also don't be afraid to reinvent the wheel as you're finding out who you really are and what you enjoy. Take classes, learn new skills. I started taking painting classes, something I had never done before, but I loved it. And I found it so peaceful and calming for me, just doing something that I loved. I wanted to start taking music lessons too. So I am saying to you that you have this opportunity, and you have to, like I said before, change your perception. Don't see it as an ending. See it as a beginning. Don't see it as the worst time in your life. See it as the best time in your life. So that's all I want to share with you today. Thank you for joining me. And once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. And please comment. I love to hear your comments. So go on today and think about ways that you can live a happy life and a better life. Have a great day. Bye-bye.